All right, everyone. Here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first-time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. It lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. And stay tuned towards the end of the video because I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys. It's quite speculative. We go over the reasons why I'm attracted to it. And it's a stock I mentioned over at the Patreon. So if you want to get the live updates and the full list of my weekly watch list, you can join me over at the Patreon. The slots are getting very limited, especially in the first two tiers, the $4 and the $5. And we've been filling up those slots. A lot of new investors joining. And now we have a Discord where you can actually get live updates throughout the day on opportunities that I'm seeing to be very interesting and having potential. So if you want to learn how to invest more about day trading, or you want to learn just overall the markets and, how is it that my strategy has made me a much more profitable investor to maximize profits and minimize losses, you can join me over at the Patreon. It's not like you get rich quick type of method. I talk more about it. I did a video explaining everything, but the goal is to be profitable, and that's what we focus on. Maximizing profits, minimizing losses. That's what I focus on doing these videos for everyone. But over at the Patreon, we talk about different ticker symbols that have potential in the long term, short term, swing trade, and even day trade. So you can join us over at the Patreon. So the CTRM, right, stock, Castor Maritime Inc., has collapsed today. Okay. And I actually saw signs of this falling, and I'm going to be honest with you. I have a small position. For the first time, I decided to do this because a lot of times, and a lot of people don't know this, I make these videos with basically no benefit to me or anything like that. I do it out of my own gratitude, to go ahead and share information. I love looking at charts. And I make these videos for every single viewer and investor, right? I also look at what's going on with the stock, and then I enjoy it. So I started taking positions, really small ones, just to kind of feel what's going on. And I put $100 into CTRM, and I bought in way back at this dip right here, okay? And I caught it around the 70-cent range, and I rode this up. I rode it up to 106, and I've been holding, and I've been holding on the way down. I'm actually negative now. We were kind of fighting there, and I've always said this needs to hold up above $1, and if it doesn't, it could collapse. Now, the position that CTRM is in right now, it could possibly have a reversal, and someone in the 70s or 60 range can possibly get out and break even. But if you're beyond that, and we're talking about an average price of the 80s and dollar range and beyond $1, it's going to be a lot harder for this to run itself up to those numbers. So that's something I've talked about in Zomedica as well, ZOM stock, because ZOM stock, Zomedica Corp, has actually fallen hard too. And we talked about the overall stock. And a lot of people that are in CTRM are probably in Zoom, not Zoom, but ZOM and Zomedica, ZOM stock. And also Ocugen, and a lot of these are, they call them meme stocks. I just like to call them social media stocks. And CTRM took a hit, and like I said, I took a small position in some of these stocks back at that time, just to go ahead and feel what it is that you guys are going through. And even though I'm like just sitting there watching it dissipate, I'm also analyzing, how is it that you guys feel? Because I want to be able to get in your guys' shoes sometimes as well, not just talk about the charts. Because when I look at the chart, I'm focused, I'm unbiased, you guys know that, and straight to the point. But I also wanted to be able to understand what is it that you're seeing now and what is it that you're feeling now, right? Especially how this has been falling. So, those losses, if they become losses, I'm willing to turn them into paper losses and just, use it as a tax write-off. It's just $100 here and there, just a few stocks. And I just wanted to be able to feel and see how much it's gone down. And like right now, I'm 20% down. So I'm literally losing $20, basically, something around that sort, a little bit plus, 20 plus. But, it's not something that I would like jump off, my chair for. But if the stock continues to pull down from the points we're about to talk about, CTRM is looking really, really weak. I almost feel like weak hands became a reality, or just all the investors that were holding this up, right? They left. They left. They were the ones holding this up slightly, and they dropped it 20%. That's a big amount leaving. Now, let me show you guys a little bit deeper of an analysis here, and we can look at some indicators to kind of get a feel of where this stock is at, and does it have more room to fall? Because that's basically everyone's question right now. Does this have more room to fall? Could this reverse? Could we get out of this? Well, when you put the 1 day, we're just about getting into oversold area. Usually when a stock touches that area, it turns to bounce, and it still hasn't even broken through it. It could possibly break through it, and if it does, this could end up in the 40, probably 30-cent range. Okay, when it decides to come back around, that's when we're going to go ahead and see this bring itself back up. But how far up could it get? And like I said, if you're in the dollar range, even the 70, not the 70 cent, but like the 80 to 90 cent range, it's kind of minimal. The chances, a dollar plus, very, very hard, unless the volatility gets super wild, and it's going to be very short-lived. And even getting to the 70-75 range, it's going to be kind of tough if this continues to pull down. And then once the reversal does start, because reversals do happen in these stocks, but they're very short-lived, and it's kind of hard for them to actually even come back up, because sometimes they're trying to come back up, and what happens is they start pulling right back down, and it only brought itself back up 10 to 20 cents. But when we go to the 30-minute, we are quietly in that bottom range, and it's already starting to pick back up, and you can almost see here a reversal. So don't be surprised if you see this jump tomorrow, but you're not going to see a jump crazy numbers. At most, I would say 20 cents at most, and the least 5 cents, and kind of the average close to 10 cents, maybe 15 cents. We'll see what happens, but it has a lot of variables right now. And then when you go ahead and put the 5-minute, it's set to pull back. So when you look at all these different indicators in these different charts, you'll get really confused here on what's going on. But when you start zooming out, it seems like it's trying to come back after hitting that low down here of 55 cents. And that's why we saw it kind of jump up to 60, pull back down. And if it continues to pull itself up, I can possibly see this getting closer to 70 cents. Now, once it hits that, do I think it's going to consolidate and then run again? This is going to need some strong news or some strong investors loading up on shares. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Some investors are also hopeful that, since it came down to 58 cents, it's a lot harder for a stock to run up in the 70-cent range. But now that it's 20 cents less, more investors can buy more shares, so they can push up the stock a lot faster, right? Like a nice little run. That's possible, but this stock, I find it hard to believe to actually be able to just run up like we saw in the past, that wild run. And if we're reopening some of these big stocks that have to do with shipping containers and stuff, yeah, shipping containers will be needed and stuff, but I mean, it's going to be all left in the past and forgotten. Prices of shipping containers is very expensive right now, and that's going to start to die down, and CTRM might not make as much revenue and stuff. I've always liked this stock because they're profitable. Like, forget about everything else. But I've never liked it below $1. And you guys know this. I say this all the time. All the time. So we'll have to see. So here we are with the support at 55 cents. Definitely keep that in mind. And then up here at 60 cents is our resistance. So we're sitting at 58.96. 60 cents needs to be broken through to start pulling upwards. And 55 cents gets broken through. This could be on its way down to newer lows. And the next support level would be down here closer to 49, closer to 47. So keep that in mind moving forward. and watch that carefully. The 50-day moving average is 64 cents. This is what the bulls need to break through to get back into bullish territory, build some momentum, and work upwards. So we're going to have to see how it plays out. And if you guys learned something new and you're a first-time viewer, subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned till the end because I do have information now. We're going to jump right into it on another ticker symbol you would like to add to your watch list. It's not financial advice. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold. But it is something to watch so you can learn from it or find an opportunity, all based off of your own rational decisions. Stay tuned. So today in the morning, it was pretty exciting. Congratulations to those of you that learned something new over at the Patreon. By joining the Patreon, you gain access to the Discord. And in the Discord, we talk about stocks that are showing potential pretty early in the morning due to volume, indicators, or just news. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that out and you're interested in that, you can join us now. I have a Discord. I know a lot of people were asking for that. So congratulations to those. And let's go ahead and talk about the stock I'm going to share with you guys that I actually mentioned this weekend on the Patreon as well. Because on the Patreon, I have a weekly watch list, right, that you want to watch. Some of those are long-term. Some of those are swing trades. And then over at the Discord, we look at more quick trades, quick plays, and something that I really advise every single investor to do is watch to learn. And then once you get the hang of it, go ahead and start putting your feet in the water, right? That's the whole step of joining to learn. And then from there, start to gain the momentum. It's the snowball effect. You start off little by little, and then your snowball is going to get bigger. But this is one of the stocks I mentioned this weekend, and it's WAFU. And this stock has had two spikes, okay? And they have to do with, obviously, education, I believe, out in China, right? It's a group that does online exam preparation, distance learning, stuff like that, business to business model type of company. But let's go ahead and read here what I saw. So this is the watch list from April 4th, which is literally yesterday. And this is the top one in the list. Okay, there's three others. You could see their charts here and obviously analysis price targets and stuff. So if you guys want to gain access to these stocks and see everything, the charts, and why I am attracted to them, you can go ahead and join us at the Patreon. So this is a pure speculation play, as I said, so do watch with caution as it jumped twice in the last few days. It is falling, as we can see here in the chart, and it has room to fall. The closer to 8, the more interesting. I was about to say $9 because I'm thinking about where it's at right now. $8, the more interesting. But keep in mind, this is a pure speculation. It could fall lower or have another bounce in April. If you look at the two spikes it recently had, you can see how short-lived it has been. So based off the charts, it was showing weakness, and I have everything pulled up here. And now it's looking like it's trying to do a reversal, but that's in the 30-minute. If we go to the 15-minute, it's showing strength. If we go to the 5-minute, strength. And then if we go to the 3-minute, strength as well. And when we go to the 1-minute, it's like kind of wobbly, but it's pushing upwards. This has to get back up this way, right? You want to kind of see it above. And if you do see it above, then this could start to run. Now, if this was the bottom, what we've seen recently, which I was hoping for this to get closer to $8, which is pretty much where this started to run a little bit before that. It was down at the $7 range down here at this point. But right here, you could see that 8.15, kind of around there, it started to run. And it reached here a high of 1592. Could it reach 1592 again? I don't think so. That's probably going to be a really good opportunity if it does happen. But if it doesn't, I could see this reversing. And it hit a low here of 942. Could it touch $9 again? We'll have to see, because this could start showing weakness and reversing. But by the looks of it, if this volume could continue and this could break out tomorrow morning, okay, and continue to go up like this, okay, this is the most important part, like these green bars here, right, start to grow and get bigger, right, darker green bars, not light green bars like this, because this starts showing a reversal in the other direction. If not, dark green bars in the upward direction, this could start to pull upwards. Now, how far up could it go? I would say probably close to $10 and some change, and best case scenario up here closer to $11 to $13. That's like the best case scenario. But worst case scenario, if this does start having a reversal early, this could touch $10.50, $10.30, which is a quick 10% opportunity. But if you swing trade this one a little bit longer term and you're understanding the fundamentals and everything about this company, and if you've checked their news and you like what they're showing, then this could be a potential hold, and you can hold it through to try and see if it gets up to these higher levels between $13 and $15. But, you know, this is very speculative. I just wanted to share with you guys. This is one of the top stocks that I mentioned this week to watch. And going into April, there might be an opportunity. We'll have to see. But like I said, you could see here how short-lived these spikes are. They don't last more than 2 days. So once it happens, you know, don't get greedy and take your portion, you know. But we have to see. It still hasn't confirmed reversal. It could look like that right now, and everything else is showing strength. But when you go to the 1 day, it's showing room to fall. You see, that's why I believe this could get closer to $8. And the closer it gets to $8, we'll have to see. But then some of these stocks that are so volatile, they can actually look like they're pulling downwards in the macro, right? When you zoom out a little bit more. But then like you see here in the micro, it's already starting to show that reversal pattern, right? So the risk is there. This is a very speculative stock. Like I always say, I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any positions, but I am here to enlighten you guys on opportunities that are presenting themselves. Definitely do your research. This is just Invest for Tomorrow's opinions. But if you guys want to join the private Discord, the link is down below, and you can join us over at the Patreon as well to know the full list of stocks that I'm watching weekly and throughout the days of the week. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.